I'm feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, we gotta get into some stuff today. I'm gonna update you guys on Wendy and Eddie's court case. I want to talk about some other things as well with Abbott Elementary, Scary Movie 6, some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. A lot is going on, so I definitely want to get into all those things. But before we do all of that, let's take care of the business of this channel. If you want to join the So Deb Nation, turn on your notifications. Actually, subscribe to the channel, then turn on your notifications. Turn them on also, you notify every time I go live or post new videos. Like the video, share the video, comment down below in the comment section, y'all. After the video's over with, comment in the comment section, or do it during the video, either way. All right, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Let's play this intro. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
All right, y'all, I am back. What's going on to a grown woman in the chat? She says, hey, So Deb and So Deb Nation, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. What's going on to DV? And yes, you can also like the video for free. I love how that rhyme. DV, like the video for free. But nevertheless, I do want to get to those things. Y'all, I have really been working really hard to pull up some content, and today was a really good day. Thank you so much. One of my students bought this for me. They bought this for me, so I always wear it. You know, I think I've worn it before on YouTube before, but nevertheless, there's a lot of things I want to get into. We're going to be here for a little while. Just let y'all know this before we even get into it. So there's that, okay? The first thing I do want to pull up, and for those people who live in Atlanta, if you shop at Wayfair, what I'm seeing is that we're going to have an actual Wayfair in Atlanta. I know people, like for me, I never really shopped at Wayfair because it takes too long for the shit to come. So I never really shopped there that much. I need to take this banner down because why is this even? Hold on, y'all. There we go. All right. So I never really shop at Wayfair because it takes way too long for the shit to come to your house. What's going on, JJ? So I never really shop there for real. But it does say that the furniture retailer will open its second ever store at the district of Howell Mill on March 31st, with grand opening festivities running April the 17th through the 19th. The new location is the same spot where a Walmart used to. Oh, did they get rid of that Walmart? Oh my God, they did. I know that Walmart. Okay. I might have to stop by there and see what I can get from over there. I did not know that they got rid of that Walmart. I knew that Walmart was having a lot of issues during the pandemic. So that's very interesting. I've never shopped at Wayfair before. There's stuff that I see, but also I've heard a lot of bad reviews about Wayfair. So I never would buy anything from there because I'm like, once it gets to my house, it's gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? So I just never buy anything from there. But I'm interested in doing. I might do like a little go in there and do a little review of what's in Wayfair and what you see online versus what you get in the store. That could be very interesting to talk about. I don't know, but y'all let me know down in the comments what you guys think about that. I'm very interested to go into that store. I didn't know they closed that. Listen, I don't think they even. I think there was a lot of things going on during the pandemic with that specific Walmart, and because they were shutting it down early, like real early. So, is that a gray hair or something? Might be a mustache. I think it's just a gray one. But yeah, there aren't any Walmarts in Atlanta anymore. There's a Walmart by my house. I've never been in a physical store, but I do shop online. How has your experience been shopping at Wayfair online? Like even with Temu and what's the other one? Sheen. Like I don't shop at either one of those because I'm like it takes too long, and we can't use Amazon no more because of the whole boycott thing. So like, y'all, it's stressful. It's stressful. But I'll be wanting to, but I'm just like, I don't know what I can get. Not bad at all. They have good sales. They do have. I see the sales. While I'm talking about this, I'm waiting on my order from Instacart to come to my house. Oh, they're getting all my stuff. Okay, cool. By the time I get done with this, it should be here. All right. So, but yeah, so I'm interested in go into the actual store and see what they have there. I might shop online. You know, if the store does what it's supposed to do, I might do that. So we'll check that out. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about it. Oh, this is what I was going to say too, because I also went to the Amazon store in Baltimore because y'all know I go back and forth from Baltimore and Atlanta. But I went to my first Amazon store in Baltimore and shop. Listen, even the TikTok shop, I never do it. I never do that either. Never. So, and what's going on, Jay? I'd be so afraid. I'm like, if it don't come in 1 or 2 days, so I know I can get it back. I don't want it, you know. But I did go to my first Amazon store in Baltimore, and that was very interesting to see. I'm surprised we don't have one in Atlanta. If we do, I don't know where it's at. But I never seen one in Atlanta before, so I was really, it was a good experience when I went into that store. They closed mine, and it had only been open for a year. Yeah, I saw they were shutting them down because I think because they don't have no cashiers and people were, stealing. So I think that's why they shut those down. I'm gonna have to ask my friend that lives up in Baltimore, did they shut that one down? Because I know he used to go there all the time. But I'll find out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. All right. Again, y'all, drop down a couple of what you guys think about that. Let's move here because this is what I really do want to talk about. I must put my thumbs up all the time, and I never notice it because now they have this emoji thing with this. Oh, now I got firecrackers, okay? And while we're doing all these emoji things and stuff like that, make sure you guys like the video, please. All right? Like the video. See, I love how they do it. Got me. Shout out to Apple for doing that, all right? All right, let's get over here to one of my favorite shows in the world. As you guys know, I come from so I started off as a paraprofessional, and then I ended up working in intervention. So education is everything in the world to me. The time that I was working in education was some of my very best days. I really, really, really miss my kids. But one show that I love the most is Abbott Elementary. And so I saw this on Twitter yesterday. Again, y'all can call it X. I'm never going to call it that. It's Twitter. It's going to be Twitter for the rest of my life. And someone had posted, Shirley Rouse says she would like to do Abbott Elementary for another 10 seasons. And she clarified, she says, for another 5 years, which would make 10 seasons. So she's not saying another 10 years. She's saying she wants 10 seasons, and they only have 5 years left. I do think that that's very beneficial for them because for syndication purposes for the people who act on the show. The people who actually run the show, which I think is Quinta, because it's her show. I think she gets the residuals. I think after 10 years, they can syndicate the show. And so I think that's why Shirley Ralph is saying that, which I'm definitely down for that part. Abbott Elementary is a gem that I will forever remember. And it's also a show that I will consistently watch. Um, if you ever worked in education, Abbott Elementary is not far off from any urban school that you ever been to. Um, I love the comedy of it because it's also making fun of the fact that we don't really get a lot from, the school boards, the parents overreact on things and they make fun of it. But I wish that parents would watch it and be like, damn, I do this. And I might need to be more active in my child's school. I remember when I was in school, my mom was the PTA president at every school I went to outside of high school. And so I couldn't even get in trouble because y'all, they would call my mom in a minute. But I do love Abbott Elementary. Just it just reminds me of working at a school, the things that they go through, the struggles they have, and like people will never even know. And you may watch the show and think, "Oh, this funny." No, it's not really funny. All this shit really happening. All right. I think the last episode that I can really remember was that not the last episode. I remember the one that was the biggest to me was I think the heat went out in the school building. They had to change out the boiler or something like that, so they put them in a mall. And it was a really wild thing. They did a Valentine's Day one where they Shirley Ralph and I can't think of the lady's name, but they went and bought this boy a Valentine's Day gift because he was the only person in the classroom who didn't get a gift. And so they bought him one, and then his girlfriend from another school came and was pissed, like, who gave my boyfriend a gift? So it's really funny. If you guys don't watch Abbott Elementary, please check it out. It's an amazing show. And also, there was something underneath here that I wanted to pull up as well. Let me pull this back up for you guys. Go into the comment section real quick. It wasn't this part. It was this part. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this right here from Battle Rap Enthusiasts. They need to end it before the ratings start dropping. I don't know why that's the mentality for people, like in the show before the ratings drop. I think if the show is doing what it's supposed to do, why would you want to drop the show? I think that that's a thing for Black shows. It's like, well, recast the people, and it's not even a reality show, but recast it, or end it before it like at its peak. No, that's when you want to keep it going and see how far you can go. Once it starts dropping, then you get out of there. That would be my thing. That would be my suggestion, because Abbott Elementary is not lacking in anything as far as content as the show. That's an amazing show. Janelle, the principal, oh my God. Like, everybody on that show, they eat every week. And I love that show so much. And if they can keep it going as long as they can until it starts. And once the ratings start, even Blackish did this. Blackish was a really great show, and they got rid of it. And I'm so sad because of Blackish, they also took out Mixed Dish, I think that's what it's called. And then after that, then they did the spinoff with Zoe when she went to college. I can't think of the name of that show either. But all those spinoffs got canceled because Blackish going on. So it was just like, we could have so many Black shows, but y'all be like, cancel it before it goes bad. No, keep the shit going until it starts dropping. And then if you can't, after that season, bring it back up, maybe that's time for the farewell. But I do think that we need to stop doing this to our Black shows. So there's that. If you watch Abbott Elementary, put a school book in the chat. If you're tuning in late, put a school book in the comment section. All right. Her mom is Elisa Ann Walters. She and Cheryl. Oh, I did not know that. That's what's up. That's dope. That's really dope. I did not know that. All right. And again, Abbott Elementary has been renewed for season 6. So I'm extremely happy about them being renewed for season 6. All right. Now let's get over here to Mr. Tyler Perry. All right. So I was over on Twitter and I saw a post about Tyler Perry, but I had to rewind a little bit more because I was on TMZ first. And TMZ had posted Tyler Perry calls his latest SA lawsuit a $77 million money grab. And I've been watching these docuseries on YouTube about Tyler Perry, I want to know some things. Yes, can y'all please like the video? I'm very interested in this Tyler Perry story. This guy, I wish I would have saved his channel so I could have told you guys what it was. Let me see if I can, because I was watching Really B, and someone posted it in her chat. Let me see if I can find this guy's channel really, really quick. Oh, here it goes right here. Hold on, y'all. So this guy, it's FD Signifier. It's on YouTube, and y'all can see I watched it. But the Tyler Perry video, is that the one that I watched? Hold on. Yeah, that's why I did watch this one. But it's a 4-hour video. So if you want to watch it, it's going to take you some time. But it's a 4-hour video, but he goes through the history of Tyler Perry, and how Tyler Perry owns Tyler Perry Studios, and just the life of Tyler Perry and the problematic parts of Tyler Perry and Madea and all those type of things, how Madea even came about, and why he started playing Madea, just a lot. So check that out if you guys get a chance. I will actually drop the link to his channel in my chat. What's going on? Well, who cares? Good afternoon. In class, they're testing peaking. Okay. All right. Make sure you guys check that out. What's going on to Whitney? OMG, love your purple hoodie and happy Wednesday. So debonair and all. Please make sure to like the live. Thank you so much, Whitney. All right. So definitely check that out. But let's get to what I want to talk about with Tyler Perry. All right. So Tyler Perry is going through another lawsuit with an SA accuser. So this is from TMZ. It says Tyler Perry wants the latest SA and battery lawsuit against him dismissed because he says the whole thing is a $77 million money grab. In court papers obtained by TMZ, Perry calls claims that he made unwanted advances towards model and actor Mario Rodriguez outlandish falsehoods that have no bias in fact or law and no merit. These are some of the text messages. Says, brother, haven't been, we read this before on my channel. If you guys didn't see this, you can go back and read those on another one. According to the docs, Mario repeatedly turned Perry into his personal piggy bank after Perry gave him a very minor role in a single film. The papers allege Mario begged for financial assistance for his car, apartment, medical services, and unpaid bills. Perry alleges when he stopped being Mario's golden goose, that's when Mario began to spin a false narrative, I'll say narrative, it's his tale, that the two had a non-consensual relationship. TMZ previously reported on alleged text between Mario and Perry that appeared to show Mario requested money from Perry for health issues, and we did read those before. Mario claimed he first connected with Perry in 2015 after a gym trainer approached him and told him Perry wanted to meet him. Mario later appeared in Perry's in Tyler Perry's booth, Madea Halloween, and Mario says after they concluded filming, Perry aggressively pursued him and inappropriately groped him at one point. Perry denies this and wants Mario's complaint dismissed and Mario to be awarded nothing. I think that Tyler Perry puts himself in these positions. I really do. And I'm kind of tired of Tyler Perry coming to us with this bullshit. Okay. What's going on to Tony? What's going on, Tony? What's going on to remain teachable? Tony says, hold on. If these people feel that they have been SA'd, why don't they call the police? Why are they asking for money? I think they're doing this through the police. This is an actual lawsuit that's going on. So they are calling the police for this, or the attorneys, and then police are getting involved. But also at the time, like, you really don't know. I mean, again, we talk about this multiple times over here. At that time, you really don't know what to do at that time. Sometimes you're afraid of what to do. You're in an industry where they could blackball you. You cannot work in this industry again. So you wait. You don't, and you try to strategically get what's done. I think that he's asking for this during the litigation of the situation. Okay. But I think that's really what it is. I don't think that they are waiting because immediately let's call the police, because I mean, I look at it like a Diddy situation. Like when you call them in an R. Kelly situation, like if you call them, are they working for him? Does he have friends that are around that area? That you won't get anywhere with this. So you have to strategically do this. I think that his lawsuit has him asked for that. I think that what happens is like, give me $67 million. So that's just my opinion on that, but who knows? So that's that. If they lose the lawsuit, they can still be in the industry. That's very true too, Grown Woman. That's very true. But at least you got $77 million. You know, not you know what's going on, boo. Hey, Donna, popping. I thought you said pooping. I was like, why are you telling us it's popping in for a few? That's what's all right. Now, also, after seeing this, I'm like, well, damn, we about to do this again probably, because now Tyler Perry is actually stealing an idea from ABC with 911 and got his own fireman show. Now, we already know Tyler Perry's living out his sexual fantasy with firemen. It says this is going to be on Netflix, where there's smoke. A new 16-episode series from Tyler Perry is now in production, following a crew of firefighters as they battle high-stakes emergencies and the personal fires that await them at home. I think we're going to see more of the personal fires that await them at home on their show than anything. So we're starring Tyler LaPlante, Mike Merrill, Da Vinci, L. Tony Williams, Brock O'Herney, Joe Hunter, Karen, I don't know what her last name is, Brittany S. Hall, Mariah Goody, Jordan Rodriguez, and Judy Moon. One of the guys, I don't know what his name is, but I know he's on that show, The Black Hamptons on BET. And I'm just like, now Tyler Perry, we done went from Ruthless, All the Queen's Men, shout out to Christian Keys, although I don't even know how that's even going. And now we go on to the firefighters. Mind y'all, I don't know if y'all watched 911, the show, but that show is fucking amazing with Angela Bassett, and they have a Nashville franchise now too. They canceled the other one. What was the other one? Where was that one from? Hold on. And I'm so mad. And the other one actually had one of his old actors on it, Lone Star. 911 Lone Star. They had one of those the triplets. No, well, they're not triplets, but they sisters, and they I think the oldest one was on 911 Lone Star. Mind you, some are complacent, yes, until the greed sets in. Yeah, that's very true. Whatever happens to Christian Keys, you think he got paid? No, Christian Keys been talking. So Tyler Perry tried to steal all the Queen's Men from him. And I think he said he had like a 10, maybe it was 8 episodes. Tyler Perry added other episodes. And then after all this happened with him, Tyler Perry's had to take the rights away from him from the show, but he still won over that situation. So he's now looking for another network or streaming service to put all the Queen's Men on. We do know that Sky, I can't think of is it Sky Black, I think. I know he's married to the girl Andy from Sisters. He also played, his name was in my head when I was going to say it, and then I lost it. He played Eva's nephew on All the Queen's Men, but his real name is Sky. But he's fired from the show because Christian Keys said he comes to work high all the time. So Christian Keys, I just seen something that Christian Keys posted yesterday, by the way, and I didn't pull it up because I didn't know that Tyler Perry was going to be in the news for me today, so I didn't even pull it up. But he's still talking, so I don't know. Yes, Lone Star was in Texas, but all the new one, Nashville is really good. I love the Nashville one. Very interesting, very interesting. But the original is always gonna be my go-to. Shout out to Angela Bassett because she is playing the hell out of that cop. Okay. Angela Bassett went up to outer space, almost died, and came back to life. And I mean, Angela Bassett almost died like 12,000 times. But in her contract, she can't die. So I'm thank God for that. But Angela Bassett, I also saw something about she's actually getting like paid more. And I think she has like not writer's credit, producer's credit or something like that. Now I might be wrong with that. I'm just saying that, so don't come to my head in my heart. All right. But shout out to them for that. All right. Now, y'all drop down in the comments. Are you watching 911? Are you excited for Tyler Perry's spinoff of 911? Because I mean, no one asked for this. I feel like, they all gonna be gay at some point. And we already got a gay person over here on 911. EP credit. Yes, thank you, Tony. Thank you. Is this executive? I think that's what I just said, but yes. If she is, she deserves it for sure. I know that, yes, she does have it. I know they talked about it, but yes. And I love that for her. Angela Bassett, her role on that show is top tier. What I hate about these shows, though, is like they be cutting it on and off like so much. Is like, I remember we used to have like a midwinter show and then a summer show, a spring show, but they have like 3 episodes and they cut it for like 3 weeks. I'm like, who is running this shit? It's going to be a lot of shirtless boys sliding down poles. Yes, firemen poles. That is. Yes. Absolutely. That's all I'm seeing. They're gonna be looking at the fire department. It's gonna be a mess. But they're gonna probably be stripping on the pole instead of flying down the pole. Who knows? But it's a Tyler Perry production, so who knows? Y'all drop down in the comments what you guys think. Let's get over here to Scary Movie 6. Now, I never thought I needed to see another Scary Movie until I started seeing the trailers for the new one. Hold on. Anna Faris. So I talked to you guys about this yesterday. I love Anna Faris. From Scary Movie up to the show Mom. Okay. And I'm giving the gap. When she left Mom, they still carried a little bit, but it was on like one more season, and then they cut the show. But she's back over here with everybody. Everybody came back. Okay. And you can never forget Brenda and Cindy's relationship. And so I'm very excited about the fact that they are coming back, but these Gen Zers are upset because the trailer that's already out is talking about pronouns. And I think us as millennials and before this, we understand the comedy of that. But Marlon Wayans is saying he's about to cancel the cancel culture. I don't know if you can do it from one movie, but I do think that it's important to cancel the cancel culture because they have really went through all of our shows, down from Girlfriends to I'm gonna think about Girlfriends because that's my favorite show in the world. So y'all, I'm gonna just say Girlfriends. They go to all the shows that we love, and they are trying to cancel everything. We don't want the America's Next Top Model, and although Tyra was pretty up on that show, the things that she did do, and shout out to Carlos King, by the way. He did an interview with Takara that I watched last night. That interview was so good. You can tell that Takara is such a sweet person in real life. And not to get off a topic, but that was so good. Yes, Moesha was toxic. I thought that was toxic when I was a kid too, though. But Moesha, yes, that too. I did not like Frank's relationship with anybody. Not Dee, not Moesha, not Miles, not anyone. I did not like his relationship as a kid. I didn't. And maybe some personal stuff I had going on in my own personal life. But I did not like his relationship with anybody. So I did not. But when they was breaking down girlfriends, why y'all doing this? What do they do? Jones is toxic friend. I mean, we all have toxic friends. Okay. We love them. We listen, but we don't judge. But scary movies coming out, and if this little piece that we saw was anything, I can't wait. I want to go to the movie theater and watch this. I want to, because I love that movie so much. I will never get her saying, "You on Candy Kimber now? You ain't know that, did you? Did you?" That was my favorite part, because she was in the movies recording the movie. And speaking of that, it's so funny I'm bringing this up because I posted something on my social media, on my Instagram, and I didn't even think it was going to like do a lot, but it really has been on Facebook for the most part. But I posted this picture that I made from ChatGPT. Did y'all know I was the original member from Girlfriends? I was the original William, and y'all didn't even know that. Okay, I was on C. I was before they actually filmed and put the shit out there. That was me in the middle. Y'all did. I was so upset when they killed. Oh my God. Let's talk about it. I was pissed when he locked that door and made them leave him there. I was so pissed off about that. And because it's like, where are we going to go from here? I feel like this is a setup for them to not come back anymore, because he was so important to that show. And they kept going into all these places that they couldn't get out of. Even right now, Hen is going through a lot with her situation on the show. And she's coming back to be a she's a paramedic, I think now. She was a firefighter, but she was going to be a paramedic, if I'm not mistaken, of the names of the jobs. But she's coming back this time because she got some type of sickness where her anxiety was like taking her out of it. But either way, you know, that was me over there. I was the original William, allegedly. Okay. But people have been hitting me about this, and people be fighting. They think that picture is so real, and it is so fake, y'all. So don't let that fool you. All right. All right. Are y'all excited to see the new scary movie? I want to get over here to Regina Hall as well, because she's actually talking about the new movie. So let's see what Regina is saying.
Brenda is Brenda, right? So it is the evolution of Brenda, although we know Brenda can't evolve but so much because she's Brenda, right? So we know Brenda is Brenda, but where Brenda thinks she is, where she believes she's evolved to, is interesting. I mean, I was thinking the fact that I get to do a PTA film and then go back and do scary movie is...
I'm really happy that she even rejoined this, because I know that she stopped doing like these comedies, movies, because she wanted to be taken serious as an actress. So I love the fact that she was able to actually go and do those serious shows and those serious movies, and then come back and be Brenda again. Like, to me, even Ferris, the same thing. Like, I'm really happy that she was able to like go back and forth.
It's pretty, incredible. And so I don't get chances to do broad comedies. I mean, there's comedy, like Girls Trip, which is grounded character, but to do some broad comedy for me is kind of fun, and to push the envelope in a different way. I mean, this, there's a lot of restraints that people are, and issues that people are kind of like, well, do we touch that? And do we not touch that? And,
Sentiment.
I think for us, we're like, if we can milk it, if we can mine it for the comedy, we're going to do it. And I think that's kind of fun and scary to do. I mean, I think that was the thing too with One Battle. It was, it was like, all right, we're doing it. Like, we're going to do this movie. And that feels great, that feeling.
I love that for her. Again, this cast is like an all-star cast. And so just to watch them actually be able to go back to scary movies with the original cast is very dope. I want to pull up one more clip of Sean and Marlon Wayans, Regina Hall, and Anna Faris behind the scenes of the new scary movie. So let's pull this up.
Just love to make people laugh. And I think right now, the world needs a big ass laugh.
Only E.T. was invited to the Atlanta set for the Wayans' epic return to the franchise they started more than 25 years ago. And look who else is there.
Should we hug? I really really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay.
Brenda and Cindy are moms now, right?
Yes, we're.
And
I don't know if we're great moms, but we're
No.
moms. Hey, girl, you ready?
This is really full circle.
Yeah.
It really, for both of you, kind of began with Scary Movie.
That certainly was the beginning of our comedic journey.
it was my first audition in LA.
What?
Yeah.
Hello, Tuesday.
No One is Safe in installment number 6 of the horror spoof in theaters June 5th. Anna Faris's hair is a nod to Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween, and Regina Hall's Bob is totally Octavia Spencer in Ma.
I love that she's gonna be. I love they're doing a parody of Mom. Oh my God.
We counted at least 10 pop culture callbacks, including the
Or Ma, not Mom. Ma.
Substance, Megan, Get Out, and Sinners.
We heard tell of a Halloween party.
Oh, we heard tale of a party.
Of course, there's Ghostface and this Scream homage.
I also hear there's going to be some great cameos.
They're all big. They came, they showed up to do it big, but I don't want to give it away. Sorry, people, don't get mad at me.
The Wayans will never not work. Like, they will never not work. I love the fact that as a family, because even the sister, what's her name? Damn, what's her name? I'm drawing a blank. Kim Wayans is going to be on this. Yes, thank you, Princess. I'm over typing, but yes, even she's going to be on it. And the clip that I saw of her is even funny too. Like, I am super excited about this. I think for us that grew up on movies like this, we are going to enjoy this movie. All right. And then I have one last post. Y'all know I pull this guy up all the time because he's hilarious to me. And I think that he also gives a very big, like, y'all, what are y'all even doing this? So let me pull this up and then we can check this out and we're going to move on from here. And y'all stay tuned. We'll get into Wendy and Eddie Osefo and just a few. All right.
Scary Movie 6 is already offending a lot of people. And shit, I love it. I love it. We can't have no fun no more. One thing we can count on with the Wayans family is they're going to offend a whole bunch of people. Think about it and then do it again. They don't mean no harm. It's just jokes. What happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can't never hurt. Y'all be letting words tear y'all ass up like y'all getting shot. God damn. Scary Movie 6 could be the beginning of people not being canceled for bullshit no more. We tired of this shit. We can't even have good comedy no more. Y'all mad at everything. Apparently a lot of Gen Zers are upset because they talking about them and they and he and she. My only advice to them is don't go see the movie. Stay your ass at home. Don't look at it on Netflix when it come out. Just leave it alone. It's been a rough year for comedy so far. Y'all mad at Deion Cole because he said whatever Nicki Minaj put in her ass affecting her brain. But he right. You got Mike Epps apologizing 2 times in 1 week for jokes. It was funny. You act like you want to cancel some more because she said something about a dollar store. What the hell make you get mad over that? If you're going to see Scary Movie 6 but you're easily offended, make sure you sneak your Prozac in so you can calm your nerves while you're watching the movie. I'm going to sneak some Hennessy in because I'm getting my buzz on.
So I agree with everything that he did say. If y'all don't want to watch it, y'all gonna get offended, just don't go and watch the damn movie, because for us who love this type of comedy, we want to watch it. And we ain't gonna be offended at all. Like, the them and the they thing was hilarious to me. That's your bro said. Yes. We're not gonna be offended. And so if y'all gonna be offended, just don't watch it. You know, we say on YouTube a lot of times, if you don't like something, just don't watch it. And that goes to these movies as well. Just don't watch it, you know? And I'm sure that you guys will not miss anything until you get older and realize maybe you were a little bit, I'm not even gonna say it because I ain't gonna get in trouble on YouTube, but you know. All right, y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know if you guys are excited about seeing Scary Movie 6. I am. It's gonna be a 10 out of 10. I would definitely recommend you go and see it. All right. Now let's move over here because I had no freaking idea that Squid Games Celebrity Edition was on my bingo card this year. I had no idea. And I also saw the cast, and I'm like, well, I don't even know half the people that's even on my bingo card. And so here you have the cast. You have Dylan Efron from the Traitors. And I thought the people from the Traitors had to be on something else. So was he from the Traitors or something else? You have Viper, who was on actual Squid Games. Kim Zolciak. Now, why would Kim Zolciak be on Squid Games? I feel like the same thing happened with Jackie over on House of Villains. If you haven't watched that, if you haven't watched House of Villains, Jackie lasted 3 episodes and she's out of there already. And I feel like the same thing was happening with Kim Zolciak because I don't see Kim playing no damn games. You have Hannah Goodwin from The Bachelor Nation, Tristan Thompson. I know who that is. Mel B from Spice World, who that is. Ryan Sarant, Oni Manhattan. Oh, I do know that is. And Christy Sarah, content creator. I mean, we just threw people in here. The biggest problem for me is Kim Zolciak. Like, who in the world was like, oh yeah, let's pull up Kim Zolciak. She's poor, she's broke, she ain't got shit else to do. She gonna probably try to auction off the show on her Goodwill's website that she was trying to auction off her stuff and the wigs and her children's stuff after the show's over with. So why would y'all put Kim Zolciak out of all the people from a Housewives franchise? Kim Zolciak? I'm not here for this at all. I don't want to watch Kim Zolciak on I'm gonna say Traitors on Squid Games. I do think it's a really good idea to do a celebrity version, but also the reason for Squid Games, this kind of debunks that. Because a lot of people, well, maybe not. Hold on, maybe not. Because isn't the reason that Squid Games was the people who have debt? And they can't pay it. So in order for them to actually pay off the debt, they go to play the Squid Games and they have to unalive everybody on the show in order for the last person to stand. Maybe this is a good show for Kim. I didn't even think about that part. Learn something new every day. All right. Maybe this is a good show for Kim. I don't know. I don't other people is broke because I don't know most of them, but I don't know. All right. Now, if y'all are excited about watching Squid Games, please drop down in the comments and what you guys think about that. I am going to move over here to something that's very nostalgic for me. Very nostalgic for me. Some of you guys, if you are my age or older, you would know this show. If you're younger than me, you may not know it. Either way, we're going to talk about it today. Jason Weaver sat down to discuss the show Thea. Now, I will say this. I used to love Thea. And thank God it's not on no streaming service, so these kids can go in here and destroy that too. All right. Thea actually reminds me of a older version of Miss Pat. It's just way more, Miss Pat is way more raw than Thea, but it reminds me of Miss Pat and Thea remind me a lot of each other. And we also know the backstory with this with Brandy and her mother, was Sonya. Matter of fact, let me pull up Sonya too, because I have something from Sonya. But we know that Sonya and Brandy, well, I don't want to say Brandy because Brandy was a kid. So Sonya was the reason why they actually canceled Thea. And I'll never forget this because when they were talking about on social media, Thea was on Twitter. And I talked to her. She actually friended me on Twitter. And she talked about how this happened on my timeline. And here we go, right here. Hold on, I just put all these things together. Hold on, y'all, really quick. Because y'all know that Ray J has heart issues. Bam, here we go. Bam, there we go. Put this here. And let me move this down here. All right. So, Jason Weaver talked about the show and discussed behind the scenes tension involving Brandy and Thea on the one season wonder TV show Thea. I did not know they only had one season. That's very interesting to me, but let's check this out.
Like, why did it end so soon?
Welcome home, Jerome. Oh, hi, Mama.
Okay, so let me say this respectfully and let me say this very carefully. There were things that were happening behind the scenes that I think played a lot into the cancellation of the show. Because Thea, the show was a top rated show. We were a top 10 show in the Nielsen's ratings every week. We were in a very strong time slot on a Wednesday, like 8:30. We came on after Grace Under Fire. Back then, that was prime time TV schedule. If you were able to be on television on a Wednesday and Thursday, 9 times out of 10, you were probably one of the more highly rated shows. But things just...
And you have to realize that Thea was the first Black woman comedian to have her own show. So remember that as he's talking about this.
Happened that I think made it problematic.
And it was a good show, yo. Like, why did it end so soon?
So I think they just kind of decided to cut their losses, right there in the first season. And it was such an abrupt move that they made with canceling it. We were guaranteed for 21 shows, and we ended that show on the 20th show. We didn't even get to finish the 21st show. Wow. It was just like real abrupt, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, kind of, exit.
Thea, she came out with a comment about how she felt disrespected by Brandy and her mom.
Yeah.
Says, I'm tired of people coming at me sideways about Brandy. I never said she wasn't talented. I do and will always fundamentally disagree with her and her mama's disrespect while we work together on my sitcom. And I stand by that. Your favorites can be wrong sometimes. Stop being selective about that. Just because you like a celebrity's work, we're all humans who do that need to be checked for sometimes.
Years ago, I said that.
From my personal experience, it was a pleasure to work with her. So I think they just kind of decided to cut their losses, right there in the first season. And it was such an abrupt move that they made with canceling it. We were guaranteed. I know her and Brandy had their issues with one another, but I was never in direct line of that. I know Brandy went through a lot with that, and just, as a friend and as young performers back then, we just tried to rally together, to support her. When she finally did ascend to greater heights after Thea, I was very, very happy for her and very proud of her, because I was aware of, the things that she had experienced on that show.
Did you know about the friction between Brandy and Thea?
Oh, yeah. It was very obvious on the set. Like, the tension was palpable. I don't know what kind of kicked it off, but when it kicked off, it affected everyone. It ultimately affected the show. And I know her and Brandy had their issues with one another, but I was never in direct line of that. I know Brandy went through a lot with that, and just, as a friend and as young performers back then, we just tried to rally together, to support her. When she finally did ascend to greater heights after Thea, I was very, very happy for her and very proud of her, because I was aware of, the things that she had experienced on that show.
Did you know?
And it's unfortunate, because Thea could have went on to be, one of those shows that goes into syndication, does 100 episodes that, you see on Nick at Night, or, one of those shows. It really had the potential, and we had the firepower, cast-wise, talent-wise, and we had the firepower behind the camera, because we had legendary producers and writers and directors that were putting the show together each week. So, all of the pieces were there, but, things happen. I'm glad at the end of the day that everybody eventually, transitioned over into where they needed to be, and are still walking in their purpose and still experiencing their own success in their own right. And, everybody's healthy and happy from what I know, and alive. So, hey, it's the past. Shit happens, and that's the game, and you keep it moving, And it's unfortunate, because Thea could have went on to be, one of those shows that goes into syndication.
I'm sorry. I was trying to look up Thea on Twitter. I can't find our messages, but I can see me talking to her, but I guess she got off of Twitter, so I can't read us, like, our comments back and forth. But I will say this, like, I've always said that none of us have downplayed her talent, but she has been really nasty to people. Let me pull this up so you guys can actually see what I'm reading as well. So you can't see Thea in these comments, but this is me talking to her. I would say that said that none of us have downplayed her talent, but she has been really nasty to people that have helped elevate her career. Thank you for posting this because I'm in the fight for my life right now over this. I keep telling folks you are working and they can go on Showtime and right now and see you. So Thea was saying that she was working at the time when when this was all going on because Thea was like pissed. So they were talking about her like she was like a failure. She's like, no, I wasn't. What happened was the stuff with Brandy and her mom. So I'll go back and try to put up at a later time. That wasn't part of my bingo card for today's video. So let me go ahead and pull up this with Ray J's mother, Sonia, because she's actually clearing up these things about Ray J and this heart condition that he does have. So let's look at this and then we're going to get into everything else.
And so the next day, they did an angiogram. And the angiogram indicated that he had a serious heart disease, was when blood was pumping 15 to 20%, blood flow was 15 to 20% to his heart. Now, anybody that knows that, they understand that that is a very serious condition. It was so scary and serious that every other word that was explained to us was, this is life-threatening. It's like that ring.
Now somebody in the comments says, not me thinking this was Medea.
In my ear, life-threatening. It's almost like if he made one move or did one thing, it's life-threatening. So they determined that he had cardiomyopathy. And from how they explained it, it was not enough blood pumping into his heart. Are you guys with me? And
so I want to say this is important because me, along with the people in the comments, I really thought that Ray J was just lying to us because we can't really believe the stuff that Ray J says. So now my prayers goes up to him because he was telling the truth. I know that he did that concert. They said that he had blood dripping from his eyes, and I think they said from his nipples or something like that. So I was really concerned, but like, is this a stunt that Ray J's pulling? But Sonya don't never speak out about nothing. So if she's speaking out, it's probably going to be true. So just to backtrack, so we talked about Thea and Sonya and Brandy. I do hate and Jason Weaver. I do hate that they didn't get that 21 episode. They canceled it on the 20th episode. I also do hate the fact that Thea did not get her chance to really shine with that show because the show was really good. So I do hate that part. And then also when it comes to the Noah family, it's just so odd and it's just like weird to like try to really dive with them and support them because it's like what's real and what's not, you know? And normally the mother doesn't speak out unless something is really real. So I'm gonna say that Ray J is really going through something, and my prayers go up to Ray J. Now let's get over here to another super group that not the original, the super group of my life, Destiny's Child. Okay, so Matthew Knowles sat down with who did he sit down with? This is from page 6. It says Matthew Knowles ends interview after being told Tina Knowles helped put in the work to make Destiny's Child successful. He said, what work did she put in? What work did she put in? Matthew Knowles is a nasty piece of work. If y'all don't know, he's a nasty piece of work. I watched something on the other day where it talked about how Kelly Rowland would never even let Matthew in her house. That's how much of a nasty piece of work that Matthew Knowles is. But listen to this and let's talk about it.
Flowers. And said the same thing to Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and obviously the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work did she put in?
In the hair.
Okay,
clothing,
you're absolutely right. And the styling.
The styling.
The imaging, you're right.
She cleaned.
It's given very bitter. Bitter baby daddy, bitter ex-husband, bitter bitch. It's given very bitter.
To have preyed on the name and different aspects of that.
Sure. Sure.
So, yeah. It's a joint effort.
We'll stop now.
Sorry, did I say something?
So he was so upset because he had to get up and leave.
Wrong?
No. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
One thing about Matthew knows, he sit down on page 6. One thing that Matthew knows has to understand is that he will forever be the man of Destiny's Child. The fact that they ended their contract with a best of, with 2 new tracks, Matthew knows, you don't put that for all of us. This is why we probably will never get a Destiny's Child reunion. I think DC3, but then you can't even have the original members come back because then it would not be DC3. So I feel like Matthew knows this is all over. Like, not just the Beyonce, Kelly, LaToya, LaTavia, and Beyonce, but all of us, because can we even get a reunion because of Matthew? We don't even know. And I did see that Kelly would not let him in her house. All right. So there's that. If you want to see this child reunion, let me know in that chat. Let's move over here to something else, which we're going to get into some more recent stuff, y'all. So Love and Hip Hop is back on Atlanta. I watched the show, y'all. I'm never reviewing it. I'm never going to review it. Never, ever going to review the show. But I do want to get into this episode that I did watch this week with Yandy. Yandy to me is like that person that you don't want to like watch on television anymore. And shout out to Claudia Jordan, by the way. Claudia Jordan said that Housewives of Atlanta is becoming Love and Hip Hop. You know why? Because Love and Hip Hop is becoming baddies. Bad Girls Club. They haven't got the baddie status yet. But they're becoming Bad Girls Club. And so that's why they have the opportunity to be that way, because they on here just cheating and breaking a marriage just like left and right. Like, I'm sick of seeing it. And so I can't play the actual audio from this. But Yandy says she doesn't consider it cheating after being caught out the country with another man, and Miss Mendices thinks she's cheating though. Well, I mean, I'm sure you don't think it was cheating because you were doing it. You were doing it. So why would you think that it was cheating, but Mendices don't? That doesn't even make any sense to me. Like, you were cheating on that man, and you feel like you weren't cheating, but he does. Baby, you were cheating on him. If Mendices went out of the country, the same shit you did, you would be upset about it. You need to call a thing, man. Yandy is out here living her best life, which she should, because she's single now. But why do we have to watch him on social media and flaunt it in front of that man all the time? Whoever Mendices was cheating with, we can't even confirm that because we haven't even seen it. But for some reason, when she's doing it, we got to watch the entire thing. And I feel like that's really messed up for him, because I'm like, he's like, I really want my family. I want to keep my shit together. And she's like, boy, I'm overseas with this man or whatever. But I'm going to bring it up real quick. Let me get over here to Porsha Williams. All right. So y'all know that Porsha just got off Traitors. And Ron, I don't know how to say his last name, Funches, something like that. But he had a comedy show talking about Porsha. And I'm like, now, sir, what you got going on that you so mad at Porsha? But let's listen to it and we can talk about it.
Lady, she seemed nice. She seemed sweet. Beautiful, big booty black lady. Named after a car, which is always a sign of class. And she seemed nice, but I thought she was a traitor because she kept saying things like, I'm a traitor.
She never said she was a traitor, by the way. She actually explained that on the reunion, y'all. If y'all watch it, you know.
Ooh, I like murdering. And I was like, okay, all right, this seems suspicious. I should bring this up to the group.
Meanwhile, he was sitting in the corner not talking to anybody.
And so I did. I was like, I think Ford Focus is a traitor. And they're like, that's good evidence, Ron. We think she a traitor too. Let's vote her out. But it turned out she wasn't a traitor. She was just dumb as fuck. And I'm not trying to be rude. It's just that she was like so dumb that later the internet was like, you didn't know that she was that dumb? I was like, this is a known entity?
I think the problem with this is that he went on and said that like he's not a people person. And so, I mean, thank God Porsha's not a comedian because she could read the out of him, to be honest, and not read him in like a way of like trying to come off to like downgrade him. But it's like, well, you went and sat on the show silent the entire time, and then all of a sudden you got jokes about Porsha out of all the people. She wasn't even there long, but you got all these jokes about Porsha. When you literally sat in the corner crying like, I don't talk to people. I don't have it. And mind you, I'm an introvert as well, so I understand that part. But like, you chose your jokes about Porsha, who was not there long at all, to make this a thing. Like for me, I would have chose something else. Like Rob would have been my first person I would have been talking about if I'm doing a comedy special. Oh, but y'all all in love with him? He's like, I'm a traitor, but no, I love you, boo. Yeah, I might be trading, but I'm also a faithful as well. Like there was so much you could have said about Rob, but Porsha, he picked out of all those people. What's going on, Behargate? She does appear to be that way. We know that Porsha is that. We watched her tell about the Underground Railroad. We do know this, but his comedy sketch was like, how did you pick off? When you were on the show, you had nothing to say, but when you left the show, this is the person that you chose to pick on. Not pick on, but make jokes about. I know you're a comedian, so I'm not gonna say he's picking on her. But this is the only jokes you had. Like, there are so many jokes from this season of Traitors that you could have made jokes about, but Porsha, the girl got kicked off before everybody. To me, I thought there's some personal animosity towards Porsha and him. And I mean, if I was there, I probably would have laughed at it, but it just was weird that he chose Porsha for his comedy sketch about her being dumb, because I think that they shouldn't make jokes about Housewives, because the Housewives are not really connecting with the group of Traitors. There was a post, and I thought I had this up here already. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Because they want the Housewives off of Traitors. And I'm for sure I had this in my email. If not, I would just talk about it without that. But I know I had this in my email. What? Let me see. There's a blog that was posted from. Actually, it's this one. Hold on, y'all, really quick. I don't know how I don't have this on here. Well, I think the I can't even find it. I think Variety was saying they need to kick the Housewives off Traitors, because they're too sensitive, basically what they were saying. And to me, I'm like, I feel like you have gamers and then you have the Housewives. They're not gamers, but I mean, they have them on the show. They're learning how to be gamers. So I think that would have been I feel like that's a great leeway into them helping them be gamers on the show, because them people cannot be housewives. But why can I not find this? Oh, here we go, right here. I'm like, I know I have this. All right, Vulture Magazine. Bam, here we go. All right. So, Vulture Magazine calls for Traitors to ban Real Housewives from competing. It says Vulture's Joe Reed basically said it's time to ban Real Housewives from the Traitors. After watching the latest season from Porsha, Candace, Lisa Rinna, Dorinda, and Caroline, which I didn't even know Caroline was a damn housewife. Joe argues that the housewives aren't playing Traitors; they're playing housewives. That's a show that they're from, which brings more content to the show. He claims they bring drama for the storyline purposes, which that's why the people watch the show a lot. Carries beef to social media and podcasts, specifically calling out Candace and Lisa's issues with Rob Rush. I don't think that Candace, I think that they were mad about him doing it, but they also have another fan base where they talk to them. So, like, if their span of media is different than the gamers, that's not their fault, because we all want to talk to the housewives when they go to any show. So that's not their fault. It says, and rally their fan bases against contestants who are simply playing the game. He even called Candace a sore loser and criticized her reunion performance for demanding an apology for treachery on a show literally called The Traitors. Joe also says housewives also always form alliances. The gamers and the housewives do the same thing. That's what we're not. The thing with the housewives is that they say it on the show. Housewives stick together. They always say this. So they're not the only people who form like a bond together. Like, we're gonna stay together. Big Brother, Survivor, the gamers, Big Brother, Survivors, and the Challenge, etc., and either don't play the game seriously or refuse to accept its rules. And for that, he wants Housewives on pause, one full season or of just gamers. So I'm gonna tell you what I thought about this. What's going on, sis? Y'all, my girl, my sister, California Cutie, is here. Make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. Hello, everyone. Hey, bro, sorry, but I hit the like button on the way in. What I thought about, I saw the interview that Carlos King did with Takara yesterday. And let me know what you guys think, if you're going to comment in the chat or you comment down in the comment section after the video is over with. What would y'all think about a Traitors season where it's the Housewives versus America's Next Top Model contestants? They're not gamers, right? And because they have done this docuseries about Tyra Banks, that show will be amazing because they're not the boom 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 girls. They're not the gaming girls, but the America's Next Top Model girls and the Housewives will be a great season of Traitors. What would you guys think about seeing a season of Traitors with just Housewives and America's Next Top Models? And I think that the thing that Traitors does for me that makes it so weird is, like, they choose the Housewives to be traitors, which their way, the gamers might be sneaky, but the Housewives are like traitors in real life. Like, they trade on each other on the shows. So for me, watching Traitors wasn't like, oh, I mean, I'm already going to assume Candace is a traitor, Paige is a traitor. I would have thought that Robin would have been a traitor too, but Robin was like, everybody's a traitor. Robin was so dumb on the show that, like, and not dumb in the fact that she's not educated, but like dumb, like Robin just saying dumb shit. So I would have thought any housewife that come on the show, even Lisa, I would have thought that was a traitor. Dondra, the same thing. I thought that was going to be a traitor immediately, because that's what they do on Housewives. And I feel like if they're going to do traitors with Housewives and they're going to pick Housewife traitors, there should be a half and half, and they have to figure out. But they have to have enough housewives on the show to figure out what housewife is a traitor. The gamer should play the game of what housewife is a traitor. That would make more sense to me, because they always pick the housewives to be traitors. Phaedra, Candace. I mean, Candace is magnificent to be a traitor. Phaedra, same. So even Lisa, magnificent. Like I would have went into the house and been like, yep, Candace, Lisa, Phaedra, and they're not even on the same. Phaedra wasn't in that season, but I would have went in saying traitor. I've been the traitors, and I would have actually got them out of there. The only thing is the housewives would have to go against each other, and that breaks the code. But they have been doing it, though. They have been doing it, so it wouldn't break the code. It wouldn't. And I also love the House of Villains idea as well with the housewives, too. They should have a House of Villains for housewives as well, because that show would be... One thing they did right was make housewives. These women could put on multiple shows. They did not even need all these other franchises of shows like with Big Brother, Survivor, Love Island. They didn't need that for Housewives. They could have went and did Traitors by themselves. But I do think they needed another franchise of women to come onto the show and be traitors or whatever. One, I feel like Tyra's America's Next Model, those girls need something else as well, because they went on television. They walked so that people could crawl. And so I think that would be a great idea. The only thing is, oh, I read that already. So I think that would be a great idea. And don't do the gamers with the housewives. Do the reality stars with the reality stars and the gamers with the gamers. I think it would be dope. And it would make more sense to me. That's my personal opinion. Y'all can let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments. Where am I at in this? Ooh. Oh, babe, I can take this down. All right, let's get into some Real Housewives of Potomac news. So, hold on. So y'all know every once in a while we get some news from Katie Rost. Well, Katie Rost has showed back up, and she's going back to rehab again. So Katie says, I'm back in rehab. My husband just dropped me off. This sucks, man. I just can't believe how much he loves me. We do this more regularly these days, but I love my Lord and Savior. Let's do this. Yes, I'm still drunk. So my prayers go out to Katie Rost. I know she struggles really hard with addiction. And again, y'all watched my video from yesterday from Housewives of Atlanta when it comes to Karen. Addiction is a hard thing, and I think people need to understand that part. But my heart goes out to her, to be honest. It really does. Let me see my groceries are here, y'all, real quick. Okay, my groceries are here. All right, so I got that. But prayers go to Katie Rost. Now let's get over to Ashley Dumbass Darby. So Ashley Darby says Stacey Rush is impossible to deal with. Indeed, with some stank breath, Kiana deserves a flute next season, and she's right about Wendy not being genuine. How about you go? How about you go? Because you're actually unbearable impossible to deal with. Tell us your story that you had this season, because just like Giselle not having a story, you shouldn't have had one either. Because what did you do this season? We saw that grass is still not cut in that backyard. What did you do this season that made you want to come there? If you guys didn't see my edited version of Giselle, we're gonna watch it again today.
Ladies, we're gonna wrap this up.
Did Giselle go?
Huh?
Giselle didn't have a package? Huh? You didn't have a package? Yeah, where's me?
And what will you be doing differently, Giselle?
Well, since I just realized y'all didn't give me a package.
Shanti.
I'll just give you a little synopsis.
Bruh.
Quality.
Buenas noches.
3 hours later.
Well said.
Stacy.
Giselle couldn't pay me to believe anything that she says because, to be honest, she don't be saying shit. So I love that I made that. Y'all go over to Twitter because that shit is blowing up over there. But what she's saying about Stacey, like, they so mad at Stacey for being like the person that she is, and y'all could never create the fandom that Stacey has because y'all so worried about what everybody else is doing instead of worrying about your own self. So I'm gonna leave that there with everybody in this comment section, in the chat, who's watching this video. Y'all drop down the comment what you gotta think about this. Ashley Arbor, something about Stacey Rush is impossible to deal with the stink breath. Ashley, your fucking singing stinks. Your fucking backyard with the grass that has been cut in over 3 freaking or 5 to 10 months stinks. Kiana deserves a flute next season. No, she doesn't. Angel does for me. And she's right about Wendy being genuine. When has Ashley ever been genuine? Let's talk about that. Thank you. When has Ashley ever been genuine besides what Michael, who was over there grabbing men's asses? Like, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But Ashley could never be a spokesperson for anybody from Potomac because, baby, you're not even from Potomac. Shout out to Karen Huger. All right. Now let's get down to the real thing we're going to talk about here, which is Wendy and Eddie. So y'all know that Wendy, hold on, y'all. Wendy went to court today. Wendy and Eddie Osefo's court appearance is scheduled for today at 1 p.m., which happened earlier today, following a status meeting postponed in January. Discovery, motions, plea deals, trial readiness, all possibly on the agenda. Let me go over here and pull up what I have because I think he's going back and forth with this. I'm like, what the hell? All right, so let's get some updates on Wendy and Eddie. All right, boom, here we go. So Wendy and Eddie will no longer be tried together. Eddie waived his rights to a speedy trial, being tried with 180 days of being charged. There was extensive discovery, and he wants to take a deeper dive per the prosecution. Wendy wants a trial seemingly immediately. She did not waive her right to a speedy trial. The defense and prosecution were looking for dates in March. However, there were none available for a jury trial. This makes me wonder if this is a setup for Eddie to take the fall. This is from We Go podcast. I know that her and Jamie did a show together the other day. I think it's We Go podcast. And make sure you guys subscribe to her her YouTube channel and also to her Twitter as well. She says Wendy, she will not be able to have a trial as quickly as she wanted. The original trial date for her would have been April 15, 2026. Due to the trial schedule, it will unfortunately have to be pushed out until May. She was willing to go to trial before her status conference. Okay, got confirmation from one of the bailiffs today at the last hearing. They were told that their job was to watch We Got podcasts. My girl, Dr. Pam and Chantel, Purple Panda Pants, because it's her channel, on Reddit to see if we broke any rules. We explained we follow all the court rules, so now they're friends with the bailiffs. She says they are estimating that Wendy's trial and Eddie's trial will each run 4 days, with 1 day for the defense. Again, that is the current estimate. Okay, so those are the updates for Wendy. We got what else is going on? Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't know what that meant, but got you. Thank you so much for that. Explaining that. But if you look her up on YouTube, look up WEIGO. So yes, what else is going on? Got you. I think I had something else. I played this. Did this. I did the Thea thing. Oh yes, okay, y'all. So I just want to. There was more stuff coming up. Okay, got it. Take down Wendy. Okay, boom. Here we go. So share this. So it looks like Stefan Diggs is being released from the New England Patriots. I don't watch football. If y'all watch it, that might be a big thing for you guys as well. Also, I see that Mary, the Hollywood Reporter, has stated that production on season 7 has started back up, and Mary is still filming as of right now. So they have started filming. We did talk about the fact that Mary is still going to be filming for season 7. I know that Mary's going to give a lot this season, and I hope that people are not going to be really hard on her this season of Housewives of Salt Lake City, because she says she's going to still film after her son has passed away. Y'all, I send my condolences to Mary. But that's all I have, y'all. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm not in it yet. I'm just saying that part. I do, and yes, he was released. Okay, so yes, I didn't know. I don't watch football, so and that was Cardi B's baby daddy or ex something. I don't know. But nevertheless, if y'all care about Stefan Diggs being released, that's news for you guys. Yes, prayers up for Mary. My heart goes out to Mary, y'all. It really does. Mary has been through so much for me, and I want the best for her. In the midst of them creating this docu-series about her church, her son passes away. My personal opinion with that is this. People at a church, you have an option to leave. You have an option to not give. You chose to do that. And if you're brainwashed from anybody who's a leader of yours, you need to go to counseling on your own. I've never in my life been brainwashed from anybody who was a leader in my life. It would never happen. And that's coming from my mother being the pastor, my grandfather being the pastor, and my ex-husband being the pastor. God rest his soul. I wouldn't do it. Do I know the behind the scenes of this, of why they need money? Yes, because they need to pay for the building and the things that people that they need in their church. But the way people are saying that Mary is making them lose their homes and taking out second mortgages, baby, why would you even be doing that? I think this is a self-esteem issue. This is an issue that you have on your own self, because Mary could never become the person who has a mind of their own to make you give up your second mortgage out on your home. Figure out what you got going on. Because Mary can't be the fault for you taking a second mortgage out on your home. That's a personal problem. If Mary said, I know there's people in this house who have $10 million and you gave that, you gave that. If God speaks to you, Mary could never tell you that you're supposed to give her $10 million. And this is alleged. That wasn't even a number. Mary could never make you give that. If God told you to take a second mortgage out on your home, what God are you serving? If you don't have it, like what God are you serving? But that's personal. What's the word I'm looking for? That's personal work that you have to do on yourself. I would never blame Mary Cosby on the fact that people that was in that church believe, if she actually even said this, that you felt obligated to take a second mortgage out on your home. What I believe is that Mary said that shit to me, I'd be like, I ain't got it. I'm going home. And I would have left. If Mary would shut the doors, baby, I'm going to sit here until they open up the doors because I ain't got it. You cannot blame a person who is saying that God told them something and it didn't happen. It just proves that she's not hearing from God. But clearly, y'all heard from somebody because y'all gave that money. And that's where it should start at. Why did you give that money? Why did you give it? I know plenty of people that won't go to church and they said you got $100 in your pocket, give it, and God says you have it, put it in this basket. They ain't give it. That's a personal thing. But you have to think about the slave mentality and how all this stuff works. And I'm going to dive into that today. But you have to think about those things. Why people's minds, they don't have a mind of their own. Mary said what she thought that God said to her. Hey, God could prove they could have proved her wrong because God didn't say this to them, so they didn't give it. But they feel that they had to do it. Baby, we sitting in the church. Y'all gonna lock the door, sit in the church? How long we sitting here? We all got cell phones. I could have called the cops and got out here immediately. But we playing the game. Let's take this lady down. And I'm going to say this, and I ain't going to take it back. It's so amazing to me that the only Black person on that show is a scammer. Right? Jen Shaw was scamming the entire time. Nobody was accusing Jen Shaw of being a scammer until she went to jail. Meanwhile, Lisa, Whitney, Lisa Whitney, I think those are the two. All were scamming. But we're going against Mary's church. Baby, church is a game. If y'all want to be honest, it's a game. When I did go to church, I barely had my tithe. I know I don't have it. Listen, I never paid mine because I don't believe that that's a real thing. And that's my personal thing. God never said to me, give it to them. Actually, let me take that back. The only time I did it was with my husband's pastor. I thought that I never really paid tithes. Well, and with my mom, and with my mom too. But I stopped doing that like when I started going to college. I'm like, I need my money. So if God can give it back to me, cool. But if he ain't giving it back, then I ain't got it. God need to up my pay at work or something. I don't have it. But ain't no way you're gonna blame Mary because you made a decision to give out money to a pastor, and there's nothing required of you to do that. If you feel convicted because Mary was preaching and made it to you, that's your own conviction. Because you tell me all day, oh, God said that you had that $100. I'm gonna say I do have it, and you ain't getting it. You will never get it. Because God said, I do have it. It's not for this. It's not for this. So whatever y'all got going on, have fun. Baby, that $100 is going to stay in my bank account. And don't cost me more than that because then I got a whole problem. God might speak to you, but he also speaks to me. And what God said to me is not for me to go in front of the church and get this money. It's not saying that to me. I think that church should be a voluntary thing. Oh, the church needs something. Okay, let's come together and give this. It's like paying rent to go to church. Here's my tithes. You built this church. You don't have the money to pay for it. Because when I go and rent out a home or buy a home, I gotta pay rent where I go stay at. I can't go to my chat and say, y'all, the Lord said, to keep up this channel going on, I need $500. And expect y'all to give it to me. I barely even ask for anything on the channel. All I ask for is to like the video and watch it in commercial so I can get paid from YouTube. It's very rare y'all say, y'all hit me with the cash app. It's very rare. But I'm like, just watch the video and make sure when you watch the video, watch the commercial because YouTube will pay me. I don't really need a lot. But ain't no way you go into a church building and letting a pastor or a person that's sitting up in front of you saying, God said give 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, $1 million. It's 5 of y'all in here. It probably is 5 of us in here. I don't need to give it to you though. That God didn't tell me that. If God would have told me, I would have given it to you before I even got in here. Let's be all the way clear. God didn't give me that same storyline. God gave that to me to take care of me and my family, or me and my home. That's what I thought. That's what I would think. But y'all, that's that on that, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. I think I'm doing another live tonight. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it or not. Actually, let me send this off real quick. Actually, no. I think we're doing another live tonight. I'll let you guys know later on, but thank you guys all for tuning in, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.
I did it, 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 did it, you did it, I did it, you did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it.